Hello guys, welcome to part 3 of this new series, Learning Polygon Modeling for Beginners. So one term that I like to use a lot is establishing curvature or establishing topology. And so what does that mean? Well, it's very simple. Let's say, for example, I create a plane like this, and I go ahead and move this up here, and I'm creating a basic shape here. Alright, let's say I create something like this. Alright, and so let's say I want to go ahead and create a really small detail, like a really small hole right here. Well, it'd be very difficult to do so because there's not enough topology to cover that. Let's make this even simpler here. You can hold Control and click on Remove to get rid of the vertices as well. Alright, so if I want to create a detail here, I would have to, let's say I want to create a really small circle here. I mean, I would have to kind of do this, then maybe try and inset right there. And so this is what leads to bad topology. The reason for this is because we're trying to maintain a curve right here, but then we have this, what's known as like a pole, which is like a vertex with like 5 edges. Now on a flat surface it's okay, but on the curved surface, you're going to notice some problems happening here. So for example, let's just go ahead and create that whole detail I was talking about, and let's go ahead and create Turbo Smooth. If you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to check out the description where I have links to more advanced courses such as on sci-fi design, futuristic vehicles, furniture, and more comprehensive advanced courses. You're going to notice, well, especially if you have a very reflective material, you're going to notice that we have some kind of distortion happening here. And so especially guys, if I show you on the back side, you're going to notice we have the strangeness happening here. And it's kind of visible here as well. Notice that like strange shadowing happening here, like there's distortion happening right here. And that's because we have not properly established a curvature in order to properly add this detail. So it's very simple. The smaller the detail that you want with polygons, the more density that you need to capture that detail with geometry, with polygons. There are, of course, other methods, like for example, normal maps and decals. But if you just want the pure geometry, you'll need to establish a curvature. The smaller detail, guys, the more curvature you need to capture that. Alright, let's go ahead and duplicate this. And now go ahead and turn off some of these other poly modifiers. I'll go ahead and delete this. So what's the proper way to do this? Well, you would need to establish the curvature here. You would need to go, and there's a number of methods to do this, guys. You need to, for example, select this and use Make Smooth right here. You can go ahead and create and add a poly modifier on top of Turbo Smooth to establish that. And now, it's no longer just this happening for visuals, but the topology and geometry is actually there for you to edit with. And of course, in Blender, you can apply your modifiers as well, or whatever kind of 3D program you're using. So now, guys, if I did want to create the little hole there, well, now it's as simple as doing a little bit of inset there. And then when I do this, and when I apply Turbo Smooth, notice how now, unlike with the previous result, there is no problem here. Notice the difference between what we had previously and what we have right now. It's pretty much perfect smoothness. Why? Because we have established the curvature. Instead of having simply 4 polygons define this curve, we now have many polygons. So with polygons, guys, in general, it is good to keep things as simple as you can. So a lot of times, guys, you can do something as simple as this, right? Right now, we have simply 2 polygons, and that is what defines this curve. The benefit is now all we need to do to modify this curve is to move a single face, or 2 vertices, and we are now able to establish the curve exactly as we want it to be. If we want a more detailed curve, we insert a loop through here, and now we can move this, guys. And now, as you can see, it's being defined by these 2 single faces, or these 2 edges, or of course 4 vertices. Alright, now let's say I want some detail happening here. Let's say I want to have a little extrusion happening like so. You're going to notice that because we added the detail, the curve has been greatly modified, right? Like, let's say I want this curve, but now I have this. It's looking very sharp right here. Why is that? It's because the curvature was not established. So, in order to get that detail with the same curvature that I wanted here, I would have to delete this. I'll turn off Iceland display here. Establish the curvature, guys, and then when I add that detail, like so, you are now noticing that we do have that curve there. Right? So why is that? How come the curve that I wanted right here is broken here and it remains here? Well, it's because we established curvature here and we have enough geometry to properly capture that. Now, one of the things that makes this not work, guys, is because whenever you have edges close together, it naturally creates sharpness and it breaks the curve. So that's why when I added loops here to create this detail, that curve that I wanted was destroyed because we have edges now coming together and being concentrated right here, and that creates a natural sharpness. I will show it to you another way. Alright, so we got this, but as soon as I insert loops here for detailing, you notice how that destroys the curve. That is why, guys, establishing curvature is very important when you want to further detail your models, especially more freeform curvy objects here. That curve that you may want will be lost once you insert additional loops. So guys, this is the principle of what I call establishing curvature or establishing topology. Now, the trick to becoming a very good polygon modeler is to know how to keep it simple and how to make it just complex enough to add more complexity without making it difficult to work with. So for example, one of the benefits, guys, of working with a simple mesh is that you have a lot of control over it. We can modify all this and change its shape by just moving a few vertices. We can get these very nice transitions, like so. Once you establish the curvature, guys, and get this, as you notice, I can no longer just move a single vertex to modify that. I now need to move, you know, groups of vertices, dozens, hundreds of vertices. So guys, the best workflow is to keep things as simple as possible for as long as possible and only establish a curvature after you have the shape that you want. With this example here, let me go ahead and delete this. I can modify this, and with very little effort right here. For example, I can make this flat and continue to modify this very easily. I can make changes, but once I establish the curvature, that capability is gone now, guys, and now I can no longer just kind of move it very easily. So it's kind of a situation where, as a modeler, once you're happy with the basic shape, then you can go ahead and establish curvature, and then you can add a lot more complex shapes on top of that. See, all this would not be possible without all the curvature that I have right here on the density to make smaller and smaller details. So guys, that is video number 3 on how to establish curvature and work with simple and more complex geometry. Thank you guys for watching, and take care.